This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and others. Another night, another online talk show with your one and only Chris. Our topic is a topic surely benefiting the all-nighter show. If you don't know, an all-nighter is a task that continues throughout the night. So, to our live audience and to the people watching this on their screen tonight, you're probably familiar with the word procrastination, but did you know that it can be positive? Today's show is dedicated to procrastination, more pro than con. Let's watch this.
According to HEINRICH et al., procrastination is known as the act of delaying tasks, and it is usually problematic to general well-being and academic success.
In the educational system, procrastination is commonly seen as a negative conduct in schools, with any potential benefits largely overlooked or ignored.
However, Chu and Choi in 2005, along with Choi and Moran in 2009, introduced to us the concept of passive and active procrastination. Passive procrastination is a self-destructive behavior where self-doubt, anxiety, and distress hinder a person from fulfilling their activities.
On the other hand, active procrastination is a self-regulating time management strategy. As per Zohar et al., this type of procrastinator likes to work under pressure and successfully meets deadlines. This is because they believe they can finish their task on time, according to the Silva et al. In 2020.
Additionally, Chowdhury and Pitchell in 2018 said that active procrastination uses self-regulation. Hence, procrastination does not necessarily harm task performance.
What a food for thought! In order to dig deeper, I would like to welcome our guests for tonight, Mr. John, Miss Tatiana, and Miss Nerisse. Good evening to you three.
Good evening, Chris, and good evening to everyone watching us right now. I'm John.
And my name's Tatiana.
And I'm Nerisse. It's good to be here tonight.
We are all thankful for your presence in tonight's show. Procrastination is a very interesting topic, but I don't think people know it could be positive. Can you tell us why?
Well, Chris, procrastination is constantly perceived as negative, and that is our problem. Especially in the education system, it is usually seen as a negative conduct.
That makes me sad because it really is interesting to know that it could benefit us.
That's right, Chris. According to KEER et al. In 2019, not all studies explicitly discriminate against procrastination subcomponents and usually lead to biased conclusions.
Do we have numbers for that?
Well, Kim and Saw in 2015 stated that estimates show that 80 to 95% of college students, or at least half of all students, participate in procrastination, implying that we are all inclined to believe that we are procrastinators who would do better if we could quit this terrible habit.
It is also found by Steele and Ferrari that procrastination rates among college students are about 80%, with the majority of the students perceiving their procrastination to be a problem.
Fascinating.
What more, a survey research by Steele in 2011 has revealed that 1/3 of the general public views procrastination as a serious obstacle in their academic endeavors. This view is still evident up to this day.
Kim and Saw in 2015 found that also appears that in westernized and individualistic civilizations like America, Europe, and Australia regions, postponing a task is more likely to be regarded negatively.
It's like the whole world don't know about this positive side of procrastination. Well, they certainly are about to because of tonight.
There is one study in Eastern Samar Memorials in 2021 that revealed that students who intentionally delay their tasks to gain more pressure improves the flow of the task and requires higher skills from them.
What does that mean?
It means that positive procrastination has a similar outcome to non-procrastination, but is better than harmful ones.
I myself like to work under pressure at times. I knew I was procrastinating, but I never thought it to be positive.
Well, Chris, conducting a seminar about the positive side of procrastination will certainly help people perceive procrastinating differently. It will also be a big help to people vulnerable to it, just like us students.
As told by Brando Garrido et al. In 2020, most research has been carried out in educational context and on advice for reducing student procrastination behaviors in academic tasks.
But it is essential to know that it can also influence positive outcomes.
That is why a show like this that is dedicated to understanding the positive side of procrastination is crucial. It would inform how procrastination impacts us positively and adversely, how it affects our mental health, self-esteem, task compliance, and even time management.
Sign me up on that one. A seminar or even a webinar would be beneficial, as all of us experience procrastinating at least once in our lives.
Exactly. In fact, we'd like to show this video to inform everyone everything about what they should know, as well as literature reviews for more data.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's watch it.
Zohar et al. In 2019 described passive procrastination as self-destructive and the failure to direct one's ideas and actions correctly.
Passive procrastinators become stressed when a deadline approaches, which leads to negative thoughts about their capacity to provide good outcomes.
Active procrastination is a plan-based strategy on a thorough awareness of one's motivations.
Active procrastinators are aware of the task at hand and work required, and they can inspire themselves under duress to achieve above-average results, despite task delays.
A book by Rogelberg in 2016 also stated that the passive type is related to negative consequences, such as emotional discomfort or stress.
While active procrastination is usually because a person likes to work under pressure and is confident in completing an assignment at the last minute.
Meanwhile, Clonis in 2019 asserted that active procrastination is when a person is delighted by the task at hand, but does other activities that appear more productive.
For instance, a person wants to start a business. Instead of landing their first client, they focus on building a website for it.
Relatively, a book by Andrews in 2015 stated that passive procrastination is what people do when they accomplish less valuable tasks than the task they have put off.
An example is when a person watches the latest episode of their favorite television series, instead of working on a presentation due the next day.
As for the factors that make up active procrastination, Choi and Moran in 2009 claimed that there are 4: outcome satisfaction, preference for pressure, intentional decision to delay, and ability to meet deadlines.
An article by Hensley in 2014 states that outcome satisfaction indicates that the students find the thrilling moment to be more effective in creating satisfying outcome.
Although active procrastinators procrastinate, they are more likely than non-procrastinators to be satisfied with the results of their delay. Both non-procrastinators and active procrastinators share the same feeling of fulfillment as they produce excellent work quality, according to Sandler Morthy in 2018.
And as a result, students feel satisfaction from the work they accomplished at the last minute.
Others find themselves working efficiently with the time pressure of procrastinating or doing their task at the last minute, which makes them feel satisfied. According to Hagbin in 2015, this arousal delay clearly shows the preference of working under pressure or wanting the excitement of completing tasks in the nick of time.
In 2019, Pinkston et al. Asserted that the intentional decision to delay doing tasks is a motivation for the student's behavior. This means that purposely delaying tasks for some students suit them best in selecting the presumably more successful course of action, as said by Burnett et al.
Deadlines of tasks make active procrastinators approach them with enthusiasm, challenge, and motivation.
Active procrastinators can accurately estimate how long it will take to complete a task, motivating them to work more efficiently toward their goals.
An article by Ratsamin Monton stated that most college students regularly procrastinate to achieve their academic success, despite knowing that their deadlines will cause them stress.
Hands down for that informative video. Job well done.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Now, I have another question. What if we feel naturally oriented towards procrastinating? Can we choose to stop beating ourselves up about it? Is it possible to practice active procrastination?
Well, that's right, Chris. As what Lev in 2019 said, rather than struggling to change our natural inclination, we should try to focus on learning effective procrastination.
Wow, tell us how.
There are many ways, Chris. We actually have 8. First, when a person is faced with a difficult task, that makes them want to avoid it for the time being. They can use structured procrastination to their benefit. This is in line with Kleinberg et al. In 2017.
And how do we exactly do that?
By skipping the difficult task and starting on an easier task instead. In this manner, people can complete their task while actively procrastinating.
The second one is creating external deadlines or consequences. According to Lev in 2019, making a deadline like giving a specific date is also a recommended strategy in order to submit on time even while procrastinating.
A person will likely put their task off more if there wasn't any deadline. Am I right?
You got it, Chris. The third suggestion is learning the skill of time allocation or time management.
Isn't that usually what they say to avoid procrastination?
Well, it is, but active procrastination is theoretically more compatible with excellent time management. As mentioned by Walters in 2017, active procrastination associated positively with students' views of time control.
Ooh, that's so interesting.
Exactly. It is important to accept active procrastination as a strategy as well. Based on Zhao in 2019, people actively procrastinate for strategic reasons because it improves the flow and quality of their work. So you can call it a work style instead of a bad habit and create systems around it that feel right for you, as told by Lev in 2019.
Hear that, folks? There's no need to feel guilty about it as long as it works for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Another one is according to Lev in 2019, which is passive preparation. Passive preparation allows us to explore ideas without feeling obligated to complete the project right away. It can be done in a variety of ways, like reading articles about the task or writing down your ideas about it.
Along with this is prioritizing tasks. It allows you to have a more definite purpose and have a more extraordinary ability to achieve deadlines, as stated by Chu in 2020.
And finally, we have self-reinforcement. As per the IRIS Center in 2013, self-reinforcement is a technique which involves rewarding ourselves when we accomplish a task. It allows us to be encouraged and it strengthens our performance.
Now, this one I actually do. Nothing like a good snack or even watching your favorite movie after hours of hard work.
Or even just plain sleeping.
Right.
I sincerely thank you all for being on the show tonight. People watching right now, as well as myself, have learned a lot.
No problem, Chris. It is our pleasure to share what we have researched for the past few months.
Exactly. I hope today's show has made everyone feel better when it comes to procrastinating.
We also thank you, Chris, for being such a wonderful host.
And that's it for tonight, folks. We ought to know procrastination can be positive too. We hope that you have learned something out of today's show. Once again, this is All Nighter Show, and I am your host, Chris. Bye!
Bye!
Bye!